Hello, great people. How you all doing today? This is Elsie here. Welcome to our space where we talk about books, reading, publishing, and everything in the book space. This week we're still talking books. This is one book a week. And today I want us to talk about something that not troubles as such, but kind of bothers me about my profession. My profession is writing, and of course, as a writer, I sell books. And I'm not only a writer, I'm a publisher as well. So the whole gamut of the writing and publishing space is where I dwell. Last week, someone called me to order for 77 copies of a particular book which I sell, which I wrote, which I sell. And that happens quite frequently. I get calls from schools, from bookstores, ordering my books. And when this person asked me how much the book was, I told him it was 500 naira per copy. And he screamed, like he literally screamed, it is too expensive. I laughed. And I laughed because it's a reaction I'm almost getting used to now. People call me to order books and they are shocked to hear that it is 500 naira a copy. 500 naira, guys. 500 naira. That's less than $1 today's rate. 500 naira. And people scream, people shout, people say, it's too much. No, how can you sell a book for 500 naira? And these are school owners, these are parents, these are people who sell books, who own bookstores. So I keep wondering, when we say the standard of education is falling, who do we think is pushing it down? What makes the standard of education fall? If you as a parent are not prepared to pay 1,000 naira for a book for your child, in today's Nigeria, knowing what prices are saying in the marketplace everywhere, what do you expect to happen to the kind of books that the child will get? And then if your child brings home a very poorly published, very poorly written book for which you have paid 300 naira or 500 naira, what kind of vision do you expect that child to develop from the book that they have read, which you paid for? Okay? Or is it that we think that the prices, the market forces do not affect books? Let me tell you something. For every book you see, there's cost of paper. Okay, paper is the major component in book printing. So there's cost of paper, which is as affected by the dollar rates as anything else in the marketplace. All right. There's the cost of putting the book together. You have the technical people, you have graphic artists, you have interior designers, you have all the technical people, and then the people who actually work in the printing press. You have all of those ones to consider, barring other market forces. And then you need to think about the person who is writing this book. Writing a book takes time. So when you are writing, you are trading your time for that book that you are writing. So who compensates you? How do you get compensated? If you sell one book for 500 naira, if you sell 100 books for 50,000 naira, okay, and you go to the market, by the time you buy 5 tubers of yam, do you know that? Let me get real and practical here. Do you know that 500 naira in today's Nigeria cannot buy 1 tuber of yam? And realize that in that 500 naira, the profit that eventually gets to the author is not up to 50 naira. I'm not even joking. For every book you purchase at 500 naira, no matter the quality of the book, the author isn't making 50 naira. Okay, so you buy a book for 50 naira. Let's just say, okay, you have paid me, the author, you pay me 50 naira for my book. What's your 50 naira supposed to do for me? How am I supposed to live on your 50 naira? You say, okay, of course, there are a lot of other people who are. But you see, let's assume that everyone is like you. So everyone is buying books at 50 naira. That is, everyone is paying me 50 naira. So even if I sell 100 books, how much would I get? Would that buy me 5 tubers of yam? Would that buy me rice? Would that pay for any of the things that I need in order to live so that I can continue to write? Okay, in order to write, I need to pay for internet, I need to pay for electricity, I need to, let's assume that I don't eat, okay? I need to pay my staff, I need to be able to think. I need to be able to pay for my time. If you are working, you are paid for your time. No matter how small you say your salary is, it pays for my own time. You know, I'm not ranting, I'm not quarreling. It's just that I just think that sometimes we are not very realistic when we complain about, oh, prices are going up, education standard is falling, government is not doing enough, la 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 la. Books are an important part of education. Okay, and if we want to rescue education, if we want our children to be better than what we are seeing now, books are an important part of that whole equation. So please, school owners, booksellers, bookstore owners, and parents, please pay premium for the books that your children read. That way you can demand better, you can demand for higher, you can demand for better quality. I know the irony of it is, you don't want to pay. I recall a few years back, many years back, about 10 years ago, so sometime I was in Lagos and I took some copies of my children's books to a bookstore somewhere. What was that now? I think somewhere around Bagada. So I went to a nice looking shop where they had a book section and all, and I told them, oh, I have this book which I would like you people to display in your shop. Okay. Now what happens with book selling is bookstores hardly pay you upfront, so they display when they sell. There's something called sales on return. That's what they do. And the lady at the counter looked at me and said, no, that they don't sell Nigerian books. It pained me, I will not lie. Now I try to make sure that the quality of my children's books are very good. Okay, so you don't want to display a Nigerian book for 1,500 naira, but you would sell a book which is written by an English author who your children cannot even relate to in any way at all, for 5,000 naira. And incidentally, parents will pay for that. Parents will pay for that work. So here's appealing to all the school owners and all the parents out there. Don't do that. Be prepared to pay for books. Okay, books are an essential part of the education process. And then authors and writers, I want to appeal to you. When you are writing books for children, put in a good effort. I know it costs a lot of money. I'm holding a book here. I did this book 6 or so years ago. It's for early readers, so there are very few words in it, lots of nice colorful pictures. The title is Animal Naming Ceremony for Junior Readers. A lot of work went into it, and I kind of find it difficult to sell some of my books because I'm struggling. I have a struggle between reducing the quality of what I do so I can make money, and insisting on good quality so that I can continue to keep my brand the way I want it to be. Please make it easy for us, okay? Make it easy for us, parents, because the school owners accuse you at the end of the day. If you don't know, let me tell you. Let me just give you that secret. They say, oh, parents don't want to pay. Oh, they don't care. They say, oh, it's not just book. So I have novels that are meant for junior secondary and some for senior secondary. And they insist they want to buy them for 300 naira. For goodness sake, a book of 100 pages and you want to pay 300 naira for it. You want to kill all the book sellers. That's why you continue to have horrible books. Okay, I guess I'm even one of the lucky few that sometimes in a year I get to sell up maybe 5,000 copies or 10,000 copies of all that suffering. That's why there are very few people whose only job is writing. Okay, so you see that the person has a day job, they are civil servant by day, they are selling shoes by night, they sell this or that or that. I've refused to do that, but you know what? I'm going to be doing it too. If you won't buy my books, I'm going to cook fish. Because I have a fish farm. So at least if you won't buy books, you will buy fish. All right. Thank you for joining me today. This is Elsie, and this is One Book a Week. Bye.